Your car is stuttering and that check engine light is staring you down, which means you might be dealing with a P2329 code, and it is definitely not something you should ignore. This diagnostic trouble code is a generic powertrain code that applies to many vehicles made from 1996 to the present day, including popular American brands like Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, and Ram, as well as imports like Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. When your powertrain control module detects an abnormal voltage condition in the secondary control circuit of the ignition coil designated as J, it triggers this code and turns on your malfunction indicator lamp. To figure out exactly which coil is the J coil, you will need to check your specific vehicle service manual because every engine layout is different, although this is most commonly seen on Jeep and Dodge vehicles. The ignition system has two sides to the story which you need to understand to fix this. The primary circuits are the wires that feed battery voltage to the coil through various fuses and relays. The secondary circuits which this code focuses on include the high-energy ignition boot, the spark plug boot, and the spark plug wires that carry that massive bolt of electricity from the coil to the spark plug. Usually the coil gets constant power and ground, and when that ground signal is momentarily interrupted by the computer, the ignition coil emits a high-voltage spark that fires the plug. If your secondary circuit is failing, that spark will not reach the cylinder and your engine will not produce horsepower. You will likely feel the engine misfire, notice a huge drop in performance, and see your fuel economy go right out the window. Sometimes the computer will even shut down the fuel injector for that cylinder to prevent unburned fuel from damaging other parts. Common causes range from a bad spark plug wire or boot to a blown fuse, or even damage from wildlife chewing on your wires under the hood. You might also have a defective ignition coil or a faulty crankshaft sensor giving bad timing data. To fix this, you will need a diagnostic scanner and a digital volt ohmmeter. Start by looking for technical service bulletins for your specific year and model to see if there is a known shortcut or common failure point. Clear the codes and drive for a few miles to see if the code returns or if the computer enters readiness mode. If it comes back, do a thorough visual inspection of all the wiring for burns or cuts. If your car is past its recommended maintenance interval for a tune-up, it might just need new spark plug wires and boots. You can test for high-energy ignition at the spark plug carefully while the engine is running. If you see a strong spark at the coil but nothing at the plug, your wire or boot is definitely the culprit, but if there is no spark at all at the coil itself, then the coil has probably given up. You should head to a professional mechanic as soon as possible if you are not comfortable testing live high-voltage circuits, because driving with a misfire can ruin your catalytic converter, which costs thousands of dollars to replace. Catching this early with a simple tune-up could save you a lot of money and keep your car running smooth for many more miles.